this right one day. Hey y'all. I know that's not right. Goodness gracious. They need to change this. It's been all these months and they still ain't changed the format of this thing. Hey y'all. I probably need a little jacket. It's a little chilly. You know what? I don't need no jacket. I forgot to take this out of here. I'm about to put this on. There it is. Hey. Well, Dave, why you looking? Y'all okay? I just came check on y'all. Make sure y'all was all right from this morning. I know that was a lot. I was just talking about you, how you was preaching. That I was coming check on y'all, pumpkin, because I know it was a lot, and I did go watch the Passion of Christ and cry my eyes out like I hadn't seen it before. You said that was most definitely a lot. How many of y'all went and watched the Passion of Christ to refresh your memory? Ooh, excuse me. You gotta watch the rewatch. Okay. You saw it last week. Okay. You took a long nap. Aw. Yeah, you at the end of it. Yeah. Yep. Jace put us on, didn't he? Make you think. You did a couple weeks ago and they had me in tears. Good job. That means you feel something. I'm gonna rewatch it too. I cry every time I see it. But God, when you broke it down more this morning, we don't understand what He really did. Right, right. It was a trip to see. It was a trip to see. Like, even because you gotta think before He make me give it to y'all, I have to have it. So then, for even for me, I think I'm dealing with menopause and it's not fun right now. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's an experience, you know. But definitely to see, like when you go through the process, and we don't even understand about his kidney shutting down, what he felt with that, just all of that, and we just be playing in his face like he didn't do all that for us, you know. Make you look at his sacrifice a little different. I think that's just me though. You know what I mean? It make you look at what he did for us and just see it a little differently, you know. Be more grateful that he did it, and it, yeah, yeah. I'm grateful that it touched y'all like it touched me this morning, because I was like, wow, wait a minute, hold up, this is nuts. And then to go and watch it and you could hear his bones cracking, and it's a different thing. It's a different thing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, pumpkin. It's a different feeling, and I'm grateful that it blessed y'all too. The message, you know what I mean? Because sometimes I don't think people really understand what he went through for us. All of us, we probably have moments, and it's a blessing when God gives us visions of things before they happen, like the governor's wife. Yep, yep. He put that feeling in your soul, like something ain't right, something about to go down. All of it. But now that I know y'all okay, I just wanted to check on y'all, make sure y'all was all right. I said, let me go check on these people. Let me go check on these people. Let me go check on y'all. I'm probably gonna be going to bed here shortly, but I did want to check on y'all. I just watched my nephew graduate. That's what took me so long. Or I'd have been back on here earlier. I tried to lay down like 3 times. Y'all niece called me. So I was like, forget it. Let me stay up there. My sister had texted me. My phone was in here. I had been in my room for like 2 hours. She said, I text you. I said, text me what? And they was getting ready for the graduation. I said, let me go find my phone. I went outside. It was in here. So just know, I don't be avoiding people. Baby, it ain't no telling where these devices be. In the kitchen, in the washroom, outside, in the car, baby. I'll be like, whatever. whatever. But yeah, so I just wanted to check on y'all. I really didn't want nothing. I just wanted to make sure y'all was okay, because I know y'all be emotional. So I figured I'd check on y'all, make sure y'all was all right. All right. Well, I'm happy you showed up today. I'm happy y'all did. I'm sure y'all went and did y'all own more in-depth research. I'm sure y'all did. My friend showed me that if you don't know where your phone is, just say, "Hey Siri." Yeah, sometimes my stuff be dead, but I don't have an iPhone. I my regular phones are Androids. But girl, listen, cause all my notifications be off, all the everything be off on my phone. You're welcome. Yeah. Mm-mm. Baby, I'll be looking for my phone for days. Especially my other one. Mm-mm. Y'all see I have to charge the iPad every time I come here. I wake up and all my devices be dead. I be trying to disconnect from the world sometimes because it be a lot. I take in a lot of information. I take in a lot of everything. And so sometimes when I get off here, I leave my phone and everything in here. Go in there and get in my bed and go to sleep. Because y'all see, even when I'm on the phone with y'all, my kids is calling me, you know? So I be trying to disconnect from information, from stories, from everything. Everything. I be trying to disconnect. For real. I do. And I know that might be bad, but if I don't, like the devil have my mind all over the place, then I can't exist like that. So I did not want anything. I'm probably about to let y'all go. I just wanted to check on y'all. Yeah. There is a lot going on though. Y'all see the tariffs is back on. They just be playing with people's feelings. Y'all seen that? They was off, then they was on, then they was off, then they was on. Mm-hmm. They just be playing with people. They be playing with people for real. And now they talking about the new COVID variant or whatever. It's like really bad. People spitting up blood and all, coughing up blood and whatnot. I said, that sound like that movie, that show. I love you too, Pumpkin. That the new COVID variant sound like what was happening to them people. Now, what if that COVID, The Last of Us, that, and think about this, what if the COVID variant mixes with that bubonic plague that's out in Cali? It very well could look like that disease that's on Last of Us. If the bubonic plague mixed with this COVID, they was spitting up blood and their faces was all lumped up and stuff. It's looking real I Am Legendy around here. What about to y'all? And the nosebleeds, yep. Mm. This is why I don't want, that's why I know. Oh, I don't be wanting to go outside. It's too peoply outside. It is too peoply out there for real. It is. And that's why I don't care about being in the house all day. It don't bother me at all. I was mad when God first made me sit down, but baby, now I'll be like, thank you, Dad. I saw that. I saw they got 28 years coming out. I saw it. I did. I've been seeing it. I don't know. Did you guys go get a chance to look at the campgrounds that they have in Israel and what you have to do to get food? Did you guys go look at that? I also want to play something for y'all, and y'all tell me if y'all heard this somewhere before. real quick.
Touch, and you've just found my personal account. I am here to sound the alarm right now because the Midas Touch account is being suppressed. It is being censored by TikTok. We had received a strike on our account because we reported on Donald Trump being told about the taco principle. That's Trump always chickens out. And we showed some of the memes that people are creating of Trump as a taco or as a chicken. And well, TikTok put a strike on our account, and I've had trouble posting from the account over the last few posts. I'm going to continue to try, but I've been totally blocked out the last few times that I've tried to publish anything. So I'm here to sound the alarm to let you know what is going on, to make sure that you're following me here. Make sure that you add the Midas Touch podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. No matter what happens, if they ban from this app, you will always be able to hear us on the Midas Touch podcast. So check it out. Add the
You heard that anywhere before? All of that started to happen to me at the end of 22. Everything that he just said. Remember when I told y'all we basically hit a billion hashtags right before we hit a billion hashtags, or when we hit a billion hashtags, they start playing. Remember, I would try to post my videos. Y'all said I wasn't showing up on your FYP. They wasn't showing my live. I said they are censoring me because the things that I am telling y'all are coming up. And from 22, basically still until now, that is what's been going on with my page. I used to try to post stuff. Y'all was telling me y'all wasn't seeing it. Remember, they was giving us a strike for it. I couldn't even hold up books, and they was giving me strikes. I couldn't hold up nothing. Eye cleaner, nothing. I couldn't hold up nothing, and they was saying I was. You remember? Yep. You can't even say my name still. Interesting. I knew they was hiding us on Google because they wouldn't let me register. Like, you know how when people type in your name or whatever, like on Google, you get so many searches. They wouldn't let us add our page to that. They wouldn't let us connect our Amazon store. Then remember, they hid my Amazon store for over a year, y'all. But everything that I kept trying to put in the Amazon store is stuff that people need for the stuff that's going on right now. The people that's trying to get us the information about what's happening are being censored. I was being censored. And yep, they would lead y'all to other people's names. Yeah, all of that. All of it. They did it yesterday when I was showing the books. They sure did, with all of the stuff still being sold on TikTok. Yeah. I told y'all when they start taking our followers away. They was taking like more than 10,000 followers a week. And then they capped us at 347 or 349. Even though people was having to go and keep following me and following me and following me and following me, and they were unfollowing, they would follow me, and that whole thing. I kept trying to tell y'all, and everyone's like, no, it's here. No, it's not, but fine. I told y'all, I was like, listen, y'all not gonna make me think I'm crazy. I know what's happening. I screenshotted it. Oh, that's my sister right now. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. this can go back to silent. I did my job. I did my job. See? And now it goes back off. Whenever I'm watching the rewatch, the numbers would flip, but the number would be the same. Then after a while, the number would finally change. They still doing that. They'll show that we only got 55 people in here, and as soon as we get off, it'll say we have 500 viewers, or 400 views, or 350 views. They still playing. Because sometimes I go and check. It'll say we got 50, 60 people in here. I get off, it'll say 250 views or 250 viewers. I've been telling y'all, they've been playing with these numbers for a long time. For a long time. It don't matter. We still getting our message out. It ain't stopped nothing. We still doing what we need to do. But you understand why the people that tell the truth are censored. That's why. They already starting to play over here. They play it, remember? They already deleting y'all comments over here. They deleting y'all comments over here. Sometimes they let y'all comment. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't show y'all I'm live over here. I've been trying to tell you, I'm censored on all my platforms. Even in Google, they have me censored, or you know what I'm saying? Whatever, like, however you do that, it is what it is. What I'm gonna do about it? If folks know where to find me, they know where to find us. That's why I be seeing. Did I see what coming? I just seen absolutely. That's it. Yes, control, divide, and conquer. Pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty much. So, the class you had a few days ago, I was kicked out so many times I couldn't stay in class. I ended up having to watch the rewatch. Interesting. On here? Or on TikTok? Interesting. No. Interesting. Well, hopefully y'all believe me now. Because they can play with the numbers however they want to, I guess. Or, I don't know. But understand, that is what I've been trying to tell y'all has been happening to me for the last 2 years. Ever since the end of 22. That all that he's talking about, that. Literally. So, yep, they did it to me a few times. I switched devices and could watch longer. Interesting. Well, sorry, y'all. I be trying. But that's also why, in the beginning of this, I was trying to censor. You can't say whatever you want to. You can't. You cannot do that. Now, before we get off, we're going to go door knocking. We're going to see how they felt on TikTok about the class. Are y'all okay with that? I just want to see, because it was some folks over there. Well, somebody said they not ever going back outside. I said that was... don't do that. Don't do that. Be nice. We going over there. Y'all are crazy. Not fine. Y'all always pouting.
Yo.
Why is y'all always pouting? Y'all always pouting. Look at all of these I got open. This why my dang stuff don't be working. It's 19 apps open. Did y'all see Texas got towed up? Not as bad as St. Louis, but Texas got towed up. Y'all saw that? Miss Ida, the only comment that we seeing, baby, is you saying anybody see my comment. I ain't seen no other one. You said I had to get the Epsom salt and pain cream. That's... Yes, you did what? We just came over here to check on y'all TikTok real quick and make sure y'all all right from this morning. If you was here, yeah, Texas got towed up today too. Trees up, everything. Mm-hmm. And it looked like Louisiana in certain areas is a little flooded. They had a real bad storm. I don't know what part of Texas, but they had a real trees is up, everything. Lawrence, you was here earlier today. I just want to, cause see, I already checked on everybody. On you're and Katie, okay. I checked on everybody over here on YouTube. Some of them said they had to put the pain cream on. I just came to check on y'all. We just came to check on y'all real quick. For those of you that might have been in the class earlier, hopefully you did some repenting. Hopefully you did. It's been flooding faster in Louisiana. Okay, I saw that. I saw Texas got a real bad storm and Louisiana is flooded. I don't know why I be so itchy. I think that's menopause. I don't know. So, to those of you that were in class, you just moved to Louisiana last month. Well, it looks like you better get a floaty boat thing. If I were you, we have floaties. That not just the floaties, but we got the little raft things. I suggest you get one or two, so you can carry your stuff. And then, oh, you moved from Louisiana. Oh, okay. You said I may have to move because I live by the Mississippi River. Well, I'll be trying to get on that. Hey, Riz, I came over here to check on y'all. The hurricane season is crazy. Yeah, they said stock up. You know we can't say too much over here, but get your vittles for the rest of the year. They said. Interesting. Hey, so who was in class earlier? Riz, was you in class? I want to check on y'all. Make sure y'all don't need no like bandages or nothing. Mm, got it. Okay, you know you got to be real careful because they'll start playing with this. But next time, just put the bumps or something. That's why they restricted knock on you. My office is currently looking tired. Don't. No, Tanya. That'll get you blocked real fast. You just send that in people's emails. Not over here on my live. I'm not advertising on yours. Hey. So, are y'all okay from the class? And the Lord blessed me with a free freezer to put my garden in this summer. Come on. You just keep on getting a whole bunch of blessings. First, you got a truckload of food for free. Now you done got the freezer to store the food. Oh, yeah, you doing something right. You was doing something right. He done gave you the truck full of food last week or earlier this week, and now you done got the freezer for free. Slap me some. Go on and slap me some on the light skin side. What the heck? But that's what he do. I told you that's why you don't gotta worry about nothing. He's gonna take care of everything you need. Thank you. He's gonna take care of everything you need. So, who was in class? I'm not gonna be on here long. I just want to check and see who was in class earlier. And if you were in class, was there something that stood out to you in what we were studying? Any of your vocabulary words? Any of that? You was in class, Amber? I don't be on here, Lawrence. I don't be on here. This is the most we done been on here in about 5 months, 4 months. I don't be on here. I felt led the last few days, but it's about to go away. I'm sure. But there is a place that you can find us in my bio. I don't know. I'm not in a healthcare facility. The healing process of the body reaching homeostasis before actually healing itself. Okay. Hemostasis? Did any of you go back and watch The Passion of Christ? And if you did it make you think about your notes? Hey, Empress. You said I'm gonna finish the rewatch, girl, every time I try. Okay. They deleting your comments over here too? Hey y'all. I just wanted to check on y'all. Make sure y'all alright. I ain't about to be on here long, maybe another 10 minutes. I just wanted to check and see if you all were alright, because I know the class that we had earlier, it was a lot. It was very emotional class. But I pray that it had some of y'all rethinking some of the actions you just so freely do that hurt him over and over and over again. You know? You did, Miss Denise. The health terms we studied today reflected my prayers this morning around 3 a.m. Interesting. Okay. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Anybody else? You said the last drop of blood got you. Okay. You can't type that, Kim. Nothing about no violent stuff, or you gotta remember over here is love taps and stuff. You can't type that. They already be trying to block us. Talking about we violating stuff. You gotta remember. We over here, but the thing has not changed. You gotta type it differently. Okay. 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 Were you in class earlier today, Heaven's Gate? No, it's not that we can't joke. You just gotta find another way to joke. And y'all know that's the rules. That's why we don't be over here no more. The being hard to breathe while on the cross and his nerves feeling everything. Okay. Okay. Well, hello, Abigail. Hello. So, all right. Y'all don't got me for long. I'm just checking on y'all to see what stuck and what didn't. Hey, Rika. You doing all right from earlier today? I just got on here to check on you, make sure y'all was all right, because the class was kind of heavy. And then I wanted to see if y'all went and watched The Passion of Christ again, and if anything. You said gets my mama bear going when he stumbles and Mary runs to him. Yeah, my tears dropped out my eyes, baby, when she was kissing his feet. Okay. Well then you need to get off of here and save your juice. Imagine seeing us through the process that got me. Imagining seeing us through the process, right? Right. And just think, he died for the people that was hitting him with all that stuff. That's what got me. That's what got me. She was very strong. That's what got me, baby. That's a oof. And just think, she knew that was going to happen his whole life. She already knew that that's what he was born for. She already knew, so she probably was just waiting for the day. You know what I mean? Listen, on Passion of the Christ, the strength of his mother, gave him strength. I just cried, screamed, and stopped hitting him. Yep. Look at his crucifixion a whole different way now. He did endure a lot of stuff. He did. No greater love than his. That's so true. So true. Okay. I just wanted to make sure y'all was okay. Things that she went through every day, probably while she was looking for him when he was out doing ministry, of course. Of course. It's a very powerful story if you know the rest of it. So, imagine. Okay. Okay, Miss Ida. See you later, Broken. Um, yeah. So, so let me ask you a question. When you saw him being, we'll say chastised, we ain't gonna say the other word, what did you feel every time? That part. Overwhelming feeling of gratitude. Okay. So when you see it, and then you think about everything that we've read about what he went through as a kid, because see, that is the mountaintop of what it was gonna be, right? But think about all that he had already endured, even prior to him being hit on. Think about what we read in the infancy of Jesus and how they had to be moving around and this and that, and people was already trying to unalive him before he even got here. So he had to move differently as a child, period. And then to be a young adult, because 30 is still young. My son ain't even 30, 2 years from 30. 30 is still young. To be a young adult, and not only the grandparents and parents of your friends want to hurt you, but now it's your friends. Right. That's good. You said it woke up the mama in me, the believer in me. My spirit is always crushed when I see it. Okay. Okay. I just wanted to see. I just wanted to see because hopefully you sure can, Pumpkin. You sure can, Isabel. Thinking like he created them and they just dogged him out like that burns me up, baby. And then the fact that y'all laughing. Baby, when they put that cross on his head and hit him with that stick, baby, I rose up out my seat. I rose up out my seat. I, I, he already messed up. Y'all playing. Then when they dropped him, baby, listen. As a parent, could you watch your baby go through that? You know what came to my mind? America. Even though they portrayed him as a light skinned folk, we know who's still getting put on trees and who folks is still talking about putting one of these on their back. Jesus folks is still going through. He said the same things they did to me and my people, they gonna do to y'all. You gonna be a a foreigner. Your daughters is gonna be attacked. Your sons is gonna be laid out in the street. I don't know too many groups that's happening to. Do you? Because from what I understand, still being put on trees right now. They still finding them. So Jesus, right, right. He said you're gonna be hated because they hated me first. It's only one group of people that's hated everywhere on the planet. Everywhere. Now I'm not saying that if you a Christian you don't get hate. But baby, be born with some melanin. And let that melanin be my color or darker. Oh well. You don't even gotta do nothing. Hello? You ain't got to do nothing. You could just be existing, which is exactly what Jesus was doing. If you paid attention to the movie, the curly haired black man, Did you see how now all them people? But who did he call a Jew? And said it with such disdain that he almost called him a nigga. That's what I thought I heard. Did it sound like he said nigga to you? Because it showed where his face said that, but his said something else. Look at where the aggression went in the movie. Everybody else had a different phenotype. But the one that didn't have the, you know what I'm saying? He said, you. Oh. I don't know if y'all missed that part. But all them people, I hate to say it, the one that looks the closest to the description is the one that you saw the microaggression in. Interesting. That was interesting to me. Go back and watch that part when he carrying that cross. Simon. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, Miss Eden. But it make you think. It do. It make you think about the lost tribes. It make you think about when he said that the church folks was vipers and unalivers and money changers and all of that. You see all of that, right? You synced it. You synced the priest. And you see what the priest was on. They on the same thing they was on in Jesus' days. Ain't nothing changed. They dressed and looked like holy men, but none of their actions were holy. How are you a priest of God and you don't even know God when you see him? You lied on the word. You set the word up. You was backbiting about the word. Trying to tell somebody how far they are away from God, and you was talking to God himself with all of your church clothes on. They had the hats and the gowns and they had everything and didn't even know they was looking God in the face. Heckled him. But just because you got the clothes on me, you know what God look like? No, that don't mean nothing. Just because you got on the costume don't mean you know who God is. Because clearly they were the priests of that day and they had no idea who God was because he was looking them in the face. They kept reciting the word to the word and didn't even understand the word or recognize the word when they saw it. But they had on the church clothes though. And heckled him to his death. If you the Son of God, get down off the cross. Yeah, we didn't think so until they went back into that temple and saw it toe down. So that's the second time he went in the temple tearing up stuff. I didn't see him tearing up none of the cities or nothing. First time he went in the church kicking over tables, the tabernacle, he went in the temple kicking over tables and whatever. And then when he died, he tore it up again twice. 2 times. He went in and knocking tables over and tap dancing on folks' heads. And then when he died, their precious temple, their precious, beautiful church that most people wasn't able to get in, yeah, he tore it down. He did that. I didn't see he tore up nobody's house. The whole house wasn't tore up. The the liquor store wasn't tore up. You know what got broke down though? Interesting. They would rather set an unalive free than an innocent man. Sounds familiar. Churches took bus rides to see the movie and hadn't learned a thing. Oh, they didn't even recognize themselves in the movie. They did not even recognize themselves in the movie. Still putting on all the bells and whistles and big hats and grand things so when people know they just left church. But mean as a junkyard dog and always clicking up on somebody. Interesting. You hear me? Scary. Scary. If you look at that and you pay attention, it says a lot about religion in our day. Right now, it's the same thing happening. People dress the part, but they don't live it. They know how to shout. They know how to quote. I mean, if you go back and watch that, it'll make you look at folks differently. That's just always like quoting the scripture and trying to divide us and them and this type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I saw somebody today on TikTok that said we gotta, as Christians, we gotta stop putting people in hell. I said, ooh. How about you teach them about the love of God first? Y'all remember we talked about this? I said, I'm not here. Do you want to know that God love you? Do you want to learn about Him? You going to hell is between you and Him. That don't have nothing to do with me. I'm just here to teach. And then if you fall in love with Him like I did, then He'll let you know what He don't like and what He do like. I don't got to do all that. Now, I am going to say what He's telling me to say. I'm going to do that. And it might make you feel away. You might feel a little crunchy after you leave. But He'll straighten you out like some paper. And be quick to tell someone they're going to, I already know. As you can see, if you watch The Passion of Christ, which is crazy. Because just like you said, they took busloads of people there and still don't got it. That was what, 2004? 20 years ago, over 21 years ago, about 21 years ago. And which it don't even seem like it came out that long, but it did. I remember I was young and vibrant. I was young and vibrant. Yeah, it is amazing. It's very, 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 very. So I'm about to go. I didn't want nothing. I just wanted to come check on y'all, see, make sure y'all was all right. After class today, I was supposed to take a nap. I didn't get to, so I'm about to go on and get ready to rub. Did y'all know that rubbing our feet together before we went to sleep is called cricketing? I don't like that. I learned it last night. I said, what? I don't even know what made me look it up. Did y'all know that? It's called cricketing. When we get in bed and rub our feet together, it's called cricketing. I said, I don't like that. So if you rub your feet together at night, you be cricketing. That's what it's called. It's called cricketing. Yeah, me either. And then it made me think about a cricket. And I don't like crickets because how they be rubbing their back legs together don't make me feel good. Didn't even know I was doing it too. You said, yes, you knew. I didn't know that. I'm doing it now. I'm about to. So just know you'll be cricketing. And you already cricketing. Ain't that funny? Yes, they say it's the way that people soothe themselves, which it is, because as soon as I get good sleeping, I'm about to start rubbing these feet together. So, yeah, cricketing. You said my feet type rough right now, baby. I don't care if they rough or soft. They're gonna get rubbed together now. If we start a fire, we start a fire. It is what it is. But I'm about to rub these feet together. I'm gonna do it. hmm That's the only way I can go to sleep. I used to rock myself to sleep. I don't do that no more now. I just rub my feet. I used to rock the whole bed, and then I got married, and so then I had to start doing stuff because he couldn't go to sleep with me rocking the bed. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sure did. Making music is listen in real life. It's called cricketing. It made me sad to know that I be cricketing at night, but it is what it is. You said me rocking in the bed right now. Listen, I might have to go back to it. I quit when I was married, but listen, cause that'll help you get right on to sleep. You know what that come from being on our mamas doing like this, or you know how grandmas used to lay you on their lap and bounce you like this. That's what that come from to put us to sleep. When they used to put us on their knee and be rocking, that's where we get that from. Yep, that's where we get that from. Ain't that crazy? This or the rocking on the knee, which is crazy. You said no corduroy PJs and will be. Yes, classic. I'm trying to tell you, it is soothing. It sure is, especially after you just had a good bath and put you some what you call that stuff? Lavender oil on. Psh. If y'all ain't made y'all no lavender oil, you tripping. If you have any problem sleeping, baby, because mine goes in every time. And I messed around and put too much the other day, baby. I slept so good. So I think I'll be putting a little bit too much. I used to just do like 3 little drops. Baby, no, I got my hands good oil down and went down these legs. Baby, I don't even remember going to sleep. Baby, and it ain't nothing but some coconut oil and some lavender drops. Shake it up in a good bottle, baby. Listen, you can put it on the bottom of your feet. I normally rub it like it would like right by my knees, like where that main artery is. Yeah, come on. And let's get on down in there and be sleep. Listen, and do so. I'm about to go indulge in all of that right now. I love y'all. I'm really about to go. I don't know if I'm gonna see y'all in the morning. What's tomorrow? I might not see y'all tomorrow. We gonna see. We gonna see. I kind of got. I don't know. We gonna see how it go. How my studies go in the morning, and if I do it, it might be later in the day. I don't know. I've been trying to take my days if I need them. You know what I mean? So we gonna see how tomorrow go. Yeah, I just realized it's Friday, so we'll see. If I do, it'll probably be tomorrow afternoon. Don't say okay, bye. Bye, girl. Good night, y'all. I love y'all.